Hello there, this is 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐚 and this is Art of Rooms. And alright, let's continue playing some more Asphalt 8. And today, the Trick or Treat event has started. That's right, the Halloween event has begun, and today I'm going to have a look at it to see what are the rewards, the format of the event, and try to determine as to whether or not it's a good, a bad, or even a mid event. But before I get into it, if you enjoy my content, please hit the like button on this video and subscribe to the channel, cause doing these things tell YouTube this is worth recommending to more people, and that way more people can find the channel and I can continue to make this content for you. So if you want to see some more Asphalt 8 right here, go ahead, like and subscribe, it's free and it helps me, so hey, do it, come on, please. But alright, so, Trick or Treat event. Now, right out of the gate, I'm gonna tell you, I told you so. I'm sorry, I don't mean to spoil it right away, but if you were expecting this event to be anywhere as good as it was last year, I did say in the patch notes, don't get excited because I can assure you, it's not gonna be that good. And well, what can I tell you? I was right. But okay, let's have a look at the event itself and see if there's anything positive to say about it. And I think there's some to it, but first things first. The event has a very familiar look, doesn't it? Yes, it definitely reminds of the 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐚 Marauder, but it's a slightly different one. It basically does away with the whole thing of the tickets to face the boss and all of that. There's no boss, there's only a TLE portion of it, but hey, let's look at the information that it provides up here. Welcome to the Trick or Treat event. And here it explains that there are two types of good pumpkins in it. The regular ones, collect these to progress in the pumpkin pass and to try your luck in the haunted tower. We'll talk about it in a second. And then we got the enchanted pumpkins, exclusive pumpkins to be used in the witch's cauldron for amazing rewards, which is just a shop. Just call that, whatever. Then over here we got the spooky tracks, which is literally just the TLE portion of the event where you're gonna be able to do the race and collect the pumpkins and all of that. Then we got a little bit of an explanation that there's gonna be different pumpkin types in the race. Again, the enchanted, which are the rarer, more valuable ones, and then there are the good ones, which are also rare but not as rare as this one, are still useful for using on the tower, which we'll talk about. Here's the tower, by the way. So similar to the tower that we saw on the last version of the 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐚 Marauder, this is where you're gonna be able to climb up the tower and eventually get better and better rewards, except that over here the only rewards that are proper worth it, or the main rewards, are gonna be the other pumpkins, the enchanted one, which should tell you that these are indeed valuable. Over here we got the witch's cauldron, which again is just the shop. We're gonna have a look at the cards because they're not these ones right here. And finally the pumpkin pass, because of course there's an event, there has to be a pass so you can spend money directly to get some stuff. Now here's the thing that I did want to show you real quick, the event notice, because while it is a bit of a wall of text, having a look at it, well, it does provide us some very key information. The entirety of this event is going to be running for a total of 3 weeks. The TLE part also 3 weeks. The haunted tower, the tower itself, also going to be open for the 3 weeks, except that every week it will reset. It will change. So whatever it is that you did or whatever you acquired on that tower is going to reset back to 0 and you got to start from scratch. Then we got the shop is going to be open again for the 3 weeks, and it's also going to reset every week. So the items that you see in the shop, the cars and everything and all of that stuff, yeah, they're going to be changing. Obviously, we don't know what are going to be the cards that are going to be showing up later, but hey, that's for a little later on this video. The pumpkin pass also runs for the entirety of the 3 weeks, and here is the part that definitely hurts. Unspent good pumpkins and enchanted pumpkins will be converted into fusion coins every 7 days. What does this mean in practical terms? Unlike in the 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐚 Marauder, where you could save your scrap or microwaves or whatever you want to call them, over here you cannot save them until the last refresh of the event. That means that once this current week ends, which is going to be in 6 days and 13 hours in my case, all of the pumpkins that I acquired will be turned into fusion coins, and that's it. No saving for you. So if you at any point were thinking, oh, I'm going to be saving and you know, maybe I won't be able to get stuff in this current run of it, but maybe in a couple of weeks I will have saved so many. No, they got rid of that. Now you have to spend them in 1 week, because why not? Yeah, that is the part that already is bothering me about this event, because at least in the 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐚 Marauder you had the opportunity to save them over a couple of weeks, but over here it's like, no, 1 week and that's all. Anyway, let's talk about the tower itself. Actually, I already beat the first part of the tower. It's very similar to this, right? You can get some credits, some tokens, some parts and whatnot. And if you get into the main, the main objective is gonna give you, I think, 5 of these pumpkins. So over here in the second level, it's the same thing, right? Some direct upgrades, some fusion coins and whatnot. If you land over here, you get 10 of these pumpkins, and then you climb up to this one, so on and so forth. So again, the thing to notice is the fact that these pumpkins, the enchanted ones, are the valuable one. And the reason for that is because if we go to the Witch's Cauldron, which is again the shop, in order to purchase the stuff over here, you're going to be using those special pumpkins. So the regular ones are only for you to use on the tower. These, the rarer ones, even though I have more, but I'll explain. The rarer ones are the ones that you're going to be using here in the shop. And in general, the rewards are meh until you get over here, which should be cars. In fact, I do have a screenshot thanks to Taha214 for providing me with this. But yeah, those are the cars that would be showing up, or that I will be showing up this time around if you don't own them already. So going here at the bottom, we're gonna have the, what is this? The Sin R1, we got the Lucra L148, we got the Mercedes McLaren MP425. Up here we have the Corvette C3, we got the TVR Sagaris, the Ferrari, what is this called? GTC4 Lusso, and the Aston Martin DBS 770 Ultimate. It's just called Ultimate, it's not an Ultimate car, don't get excited. So those are the cars showing, and I'm moving the mouse like this because this is an overlaid image. So obviously, if I put it on here, you don't see the mouse, but whatever. So let's just return over here. The cars in general are not fantastic, though. There's one car that I would like to get, which again is this one, the Aston Martin DBS 770, because it's a car that I do not currently own. So oh my god, I just need to collect 400 of these pumpkins in order to acquire it. Ooh, how difficult is that gonna be? Well, let's go into the spooky track, because that is again the TLE part of the event, where you will be able to collect pumpkins. Now, the TLE portion of the event, not much to talk about. In 13%, you can get 136,000 fusion coins. You can get at 6% the 5 direct upgrades for Class A. And in the top rewards, top 666 get 5 direct upgrades for Class S. And the top 6 players get 1 ultimate upgrade. So, that is it. But I'm not paying attention to that necessarily. I want to go into the race. Now, one thing that I will always say about this Halloween event, I love because this is the moment that they make available this track, which is Transylvania, but at night, and man, does it look absolutely gorgeous. I wish Game Love was to make more tracks like this, to have different time of days and different routes and whatnot, but okay. So in these races where you're gonna be able to collect pumpkins. Now there are different type of pumpkins. That was a good one, but it was a common good one. Then there's also going to be that one, which is a bad one. If you let it hit you, it will explode. You will get on alive. There is also this, which are the neutral pumpkins. They just get on the way, you know, they block your view a little bit. They don't do good or bad. That's a neutral one. That is a bad one, just showing you how it destroys you. And then, as you can see, we haven't encountered one, but you can find rarely on the track the enchanted pumpkins, and you will easily recognize them because they have a timer. As you drive close to it, you will notice a timer going down. I don't know if you don't pick them up right away, if they disappear, or what is the deal with that. That's 2 neutral ones, so yay. But yeah, it's quite easy to see when it's a special one. So I don't think there's gonna be much confusion as to which specific version of the pumpkin it is. But yeah, as you can tell, obviously the more common ones are gonna be the neutral pumpkins, the exploding pumpkins, rarely the good pumpkins, and super rarely the enchanted one. Now here's the deal. This is gonna be a 2-lap track. Now, some people will bother because, oh my god, this is gonna take way longer to do a race and whatnot, but at the same time, it allows you to go into the alternate routes of this track in order to search for the pumpkin. So in my first route, I went into the right side. This time I'm gonna go to the left and see if there's any pumpkins left to get. So yeah, this makes for the race longer, literally twice as long, but it does, in a way, improve your chances. That's a good pumpkin. Improves your chances of getting some of these pumpkins. And, oh, did you see it? All right, pause right there and rewind it, and you will see the special pumpkin and how it had a bit of a timer ticking down. Again, haven't tried not picking it up to see if it disappears, but I think that's what it's meant to do. So right now I'm going in the other route that I hadn't visited, again, for the sake of trying to get as many pumpkins as I can. But I think you get the idea, right? You're just gonna be doing this race a bunch of times at a cost of 3 fuel per run, which is quite expensive as usual, and hope to get as many pumpkins as possible. So let me just finish this lap so that I can show you again the usage of these pumpkins and talk a little bit about the pricing of this stuff. Yeah, all right, so I guess I got most of the pumpkins in the track. So let's see, what was my grand total? I believe I got like 3 good pumpkins and 1 enchanted one. So let's have a look. And no, 4 good pumpkins and 1 enchanted. Now, it's not guaranteed that you're gonna be getting enchanted pumpkins per race, but there is a non-zero chance for you to get them, so there is that. Now, over here you can see you can watch some ads to get some pumpkins. I'm not gonna do it right at this moment. Instead, I wanna show you also the daily free pumpkins that you can get, because there's also some that you can acquire. So let me just skip that. By the way, I'm not trying to do a good lap at the moment or anything, just I'm trying to collect the pumpkins. But again, let's go over here to Trick or Treat, and we go over here to the free rewards, and you can claim 1 single normal good pumpkin per day, and then you can watch some ads to get some more. Let's see, how many do I need for the next roll? By the way, the first roll cost me 1 pumpkin. No, excuse me, 5 pumpkins. The second roll, it already went up to 10 pumpkins, so who knows how much is gonna go increasing. All right, after watching one ad, I got my 3 pumpkins because I do want to do 1 spin over here to see just how much it increases. My guess is gonna go to 15. 12. Oh, that's actually not too bad. Okay, I got some direct upgrades. That's not too bad. All right, that actually is not too bad. Again, the first one was 5, then it went to 10, now it went to 12. So if it doesn't go increasing too badly, you know, I won't be too against it. But again, over time, we're gonna find out how much does this cost. So yeah, I cannot judge it right at this moment. But I haven't talked about the pumpkin pass, because normally I don't pay attention to these passes because I don't care for them. I wouldn't be spending the money. This is gonna cost you $10, about $10. And on the free lane, you can get 3 of the special ones, another 3, so that's 12 so far. 15 of these pumpkins you can get through this pass on the free lane. On the premium lane, okay, let's count. It's gonna be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 plus some direct upgrades here and there. Do you think this is worth $10? I don't know, that's up to you. I honestly don't bother with this, but there is a possibility for you to do. So overall, now that you have seen the event, you kind of have an idea of how this works. What do I think about it? I don't like it. I mean, I don't think that was gonna be a surprise, right? I don't like it. And it doesn't necessarily have to do with, oh, it's because it doesn't have anything that DBT wants. In fact, it does have something that I do want. But the chances for me to collect 400 of this are gonna be so low, because remember, your pumpkins are gonna time out in 1 week. So if in 1 week I don't manage to get 400 of this, it's basically the same as me wasting them. Now, I could buy other stuff as well, obviously. If I get 200 or something and it's like, oh, the week is gonna pass, I'll just buy something else to make use of them. But overall, yeah, there's just like, I don't know. On top of that, the cars that are featured over here are not particularly good. Let me put them on the screen again. These are the cars. I think from here, the only cars that I could say that are worth are gonna be the Corvette C3, even though it's Class D, but it's an ultimate, so hey, at least it's something decent. At a cost of 50 pumpkins, it should be doable in a week, I believe so. From there, the rest of the cars, especially the more expensive one, starting on this one, the Lucra, the Ferrari, the Mercedes, so much more expensive, and this super expensive. Yeah, these are not that great cars. Well, I don't know about this one because I've never used it. But the rest of the cars are not particularly good, and at that price, it's going to be super difficult to get. I don't think a free-to-player is going to have an easy time getting any of those more expensive cars. Now, when it comes to, again, these 3 cars, the Corvette, the TBR Sagaris, and the Sin, just because the Corvette is ultimate, it could be worth it. The other 2, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with them, so I couldn't tell you. For sure, I can tell you they're not amazing cars, so just keep that in mind. But at least I do believe that with enough playing, you should be able to get to these cars, hopefully. But again, it's gonna be a lot of RNG, and you know how I feel about this whole thing of, hey, it's an RNG system over another RNG system, because it's RNG to get the pumpkins, and then RNG to spend the pumpkins and hoping to get some more. Now, if you can manage to climb into this tower and get to this reward, and you know, then sure, you're gonna be able to get a decent amount of these pumpkins. But in general, I'm gonna say it's... Oh, my bad. Oh, I'm so sorry. I had this image still on the screen. My bad. I was saying that climbing up here, it should be you know, possible if you get enough of the regular good pumpkins, but it's gonna be all RNG, so I don't know. I'm gonna say that this is a mid event. It's not the worst event ever, but it definitely has a lot of downsides as well. But at the very least, at the very least, you can select the things that you're gonna buy instead of having to flip things and hoping to get the one that you want. So that is the only thing that I see good about this event. But like I said in the patch notes, that this event was very likely not gonna be nowhere near as good as it was last year. Well, I was 100% correct on this assumption or this prediction. Now, for every comment here in this video that drops by and be like, this is much worse than last year, I'll just be replying to you, I told you so. So, not to be the I told you so guy, but I did tell you so, just saying. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you think about the Trick or Treat event. Does it look good to you? Have you played enough of it? Are you excited about it? Do you think it's terrible? Do you think it's mid? It's good? What is the deal with it? And of course, I wish we knew what are gonna be the next cars coming up later on. On the bright side, quote unquote, you know, because the pumpkins don't save at all. Either you spend them or you lose them. So it's not like in other events where you're like, oh, I'll save them. It turns out that the first week it had the best rewards, and by the time that you got to the last week, it was terrible rewards that you saved for, like, oh man, did I save for this? So in a way that got rid of this conundrum, but yeah, I don't know, man. We're gonna see what comes up in the upcoming weeks. But at the moment, yeah, it's not super exciting. One last thing that I didn't mention at all is the fact that this time around, well, as usual, you can buy some additional pumpkins for tokens or for vouchers. You can also buy enchanted pumpkins at a price of 5 vouchers per... Oh god, this is so insanely expensive for vouchers. And again, that's obviously a pay-to-win way of looking at it. But yeah, there's a bunch of offers over here. You cannot buy stuff for vouchers this time around. I think 𝐓𝐫𝐞𝐚 was like, nope, we shall not make it available for vouchers, which is kind of silly given that vouchers is a premium currency already. So I'm like, nope, no more for the premium currency. Now it's literally just gonna be for money. I don't see, I mean, I don't see a difference. Whatever, it's fine. So yeah, I don't know what to tell you. I think it's a mid event, not good, not straight up terrible, but to be completely honest, in my personal opinion, it's nothing to get excited about. Again, let me know in the comments what you think about it. Let me know if there's cars that you want. How many pumpkins have you gotten? What is your luck? Do you hate or love the fact that it's 2 laps? Because it allows you to take more pumpkins, or it takes too long to do the race. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts. I'll be replying to them. But that's all. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Bye-bye.